couple of emails over the break, during the break for Kevin Hughey from HugheyPhillipsLLP.com with similar sentiments. First one's from one of our 83 Heidi's.
Hi, Heidi.
Says, I didn't think the sexy Mr. Hughey could get any cooler, but the fact that he will not defend child molesters just made me so happy.
Absolutely. That is amazing. I love it.
One of our Cheryls wrote in and said, as you asked what kind of cases they won't take, let me tell you, when you said child molesters, I audibly said out loud, yes!
Yeah.
2 thumbs up for me. I don't know if that's the same Cheryl, but you had an interaction with one of our Cheryls today.
I did. I got an Instagram wake-up message from Cheryl Little Hobson.
Yay!
Thank you very much.
Big, even though her last name's Little, big fan.
Yeah, I actually had to write her back and say, is your last name Little or Hobson or what is that? So, yeah.
She actually told you to wake up so that
She
you could
did.
get here?
Wake up something like you're going to be late, and I said, well,
Oh my gosh.
you're late, so I'm late.
That's great.
And it didn't work. He was still late. So
Traffic.
I mentioned...
In quotes. Thanks, Don.
I mentioned a couple times we had lunch a couple weeks ago, and it actually turns out that I had a front row seat to you finding out the resolution of this story involving you and Kiss and why you were going from city to city to the Kiss shows. And you said that you had a version that you could tell on the air. So what did you do to almost ruin everything?
Thank you for that. Yeah, it's a wonderful intro. Well, our good friend David Garibaldi is opening for Kiss for the entire North American tour and hopefully beyond. So that's wonderful. And he's just killing it. He's doing an amazing job.
Now, is he to complete the full disclosure? Are you his attorney as well, or just friends?
I am both.
You are his attorney,
Correct.
so same relationship that we have. Okay?
Correct.
It's not a very traditional opening act for a huge rock band. So how did David Garibaldi get that gig?
His agent is Ryan Soroka in UTA, New York, and apparently Kiss's management was looking around for a non-band opening act, and Ryan had a friend who had a friend and said, check out this guy, and they did.
How does he does he describe himself as a performance artist?
Performance painter.
So in each city, he does what we always see him do. He hits the stage and he's got music and he creates these amazing paintings. And now usually when we're there, it's for charity or something else, and then he sells them for charity. But how does that all work when you're opening up for Kiss? Do they sell them to the fans? Or?
He does 3 paintings, and the third one is of Kiss in that town. And on the painting, it has the name of that town, and each there's a radio or broadcast media carrier in each town who would then auction it off. And in this town, it was Intercom.
98 Rock.
Yeah.
For people that don't know.
So they auction off the painting for charity, and they pick a charity in that locale, and charity gets the money.
Cool.
I always wanted more of him on America's Got Talent. You know, they only give him a certain amount of time. And, yeah, I was like, a whole show of him could watch for hours.
Yeah, it's amazing. He's just killing it. It's amazing. And the whole, they wanted a nice tryout. So he had the first 10 shows, and if all went well, then he might get the rest. So he did the first 10, and it was amazing. And then
it was during that first 10 that you were traveling to a few of the shows.
Correct.
What happened?
Sorry for this. Well, I do have the dubious honor of being the only person I've ever heard of who's been kicked off a world tour of a band, and this case it's Kiss.
My God.
Yes, I've been kicked off, banned from the world tour. I invited a friend who...
Not me.
It was not Rob. Damn it, Dawn. And that friend invited a friend, and at the end of the night, when management and production crews are breaking things down, and it's crazy, and they're trying to do their jobs, and it's
show's over. Everybody else has left. You're backstage because you have all access passes. But most places, most people have never been. But you and I were
Correct.
talking. Yeah, seen it. It's hectic. It's nuts because they got to get ready to get to the next town.
So we were walking out the back door, and I said, "Hang on a minute, let me use the restroom," and popped into the restroom and came out, and things were awfully contentious with a member of the Kiss production team and my little group, and I had no idea what happened.
Oh, God.
But apparently there were some highly inappropriate words exchanged, and so I got a call probably 2-3 a.m. the next day from David, who was just as confused as I was, and said, "Hey, man, I don't know what happened, but you're banned from the tour." So
that had to have been a sucky call for him. God, to have to
yeah,
tell you
almost
that.
as bad as for me.
Yeah.
But
So is your mugshot at every security checkpoint of every Kiss show now?
I don't know. I'm hoping it's water under the bridge. I'm probably headed out Friday to New Orleans, and
Wear a fake mustache.
Yeah.
So wait a
Black,
minute,
I'm
so-
going blackface.
I mean, and what sucks is like you weren't even a part of it.
Well, but he was. See, that's what I want to say.
Yeah.
First, so people understand, Kevin's the invited guest of David Garibaldi. So anybody that Kevin invites,
Right.
Kevin's responsible for.
Right.
And David is partially responsible for Kevin, because that was the drama that was playing out at lunch, was they took a few moments to review whether or not David was going to stick around on the tour.
Oh, God.
well, that's what we were
no.
fearing, and so I wanted to fall on the sword quickly because I didn't want any of this to stick to David. He didn't deserve any of this. You know, that's not his style. He's
No.
a wonderful guy. He's a sweet guy, and so I didn't know what happened. I found out the next day, but whatever it was, I thought, sure, it's my fault, and ultimately it is. You know, it's my responsibility. They were invitees of mine, and so there it is.
And while we're at lunch, you got the confirming message that, yes, David's been extended for the entire...
Thank
All
God.
North America.
Oh,
Nice.
good.
So
Good.
all is forgiven. I
Way
hope.
to go, Kevin.
Banned from a world tour.
That's rock and roll.
And you didn't even
Right.
flash him. I mean,
No,
God.
I should have.
Because we're sitting there at lunch and he's telling me the story, and he's like, "Oh my God, I'm not going to be responsible for my friend and client losing the tour." And then we got the answer that
I was worried. I mean, everybody was worried. That's just not the kind of thing you want to happen when you're trying out for a world tour gig, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, Kiss is managed by Doc McGee, the famous Doc McGee, Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, all those guys, and you don't want that kind of stuff happening,
They
right?
probably told David, though, pick your friends more wisely.
There were lots of discussions, and yeah, all that mattered is don't bring that guy back.
Oh, my God.
but you do think you're going to be able to go back. You think they're going to let you back?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.